You're listening to the Evil Metal Gamers Podcast.
Welcome, guys, to another episode of Evil Metal Gamers Podcast. Today is December 12th, 2018, and this is episode number 58.
Hey-o!
I knew that was coming this time. My name is Jose Rodan.
I'm Frank Berna.
And you're listening to the Evil Metal Gamers Podcast, where you hear all your geek news.
All week. Every week.
And just so you guys know, you can get a hold of us anytime through evilmetalgamers@gmail.com or at Twitter at evilmetalgamers. And we will say any topics and stuff that you guys talk about. We'll bring it up into the podcast. So just so you guys know. So let's start off with, first of all, it's been busy. It's a busy week. It's been a lot of shit coming out. There's that one little game that I've been playing. So want to talk about what we played? Have you been playing anything?
I've really just been playing Red Dead Redemption, and I've played... Let me think. I played Red Dead Redemption. I played Persona 5.
Did you actually play Persona 5? I haven't touched it. Well,
Yeah,
I mean, not because I don't want to.
Yeah, I've been playing Persona 5.
So where are you at right now?
In Persona 5?
You're in the second fortress?
I just finished the second fortress.
Holy shit. I haven't even gone to the second fortress. I'm just playing a lot. You know? So you play Persona 5, Red Dead. Did you play anything else?
Played a little Mortal Kombat.
Oh, I know why you play Mortal Kombat.
We'll get into that later.
Of course, we'll get into that. I actually played Battlefield 5.
Okay, how was that?
I downloaded it, the trial, which gives you 10 hours, which I think it's a big... They give you a 10-hour trial. That's fucking crazy, but I can pass easily. And it's not like they give you 10 hours from the moment you download. It's 10 hours of gameplay. I can pass the actual story mode in 10 hours, maybe less. But it's gorgeous. It's a fucking gorgeous game. It's Battlefield.
Yeah, no.
Battlefield 5 is it plays the same as everything else. I don't see any difference. It's become almost like, I don't want to say, because Call of Duty does change a couple of things, but they didn't. It does. Battlefield 5 and 1 are very similar, but the stories are very interesting. And right now, I'm playing a guy who went to prison, and he was like a specialist in doing bombs, and then they give him a choice to rot in prison, or they send him to the Great War. And that's basically what I'm doing. I'm like in Africa right now.
So you're in the United States. You're in the Army.
Not the United. He's British. So, I mean, it doesn't. I don't know my history too well on World War II, but maybe the Americans haven't joined yet. I might be wrong. Because I know Britain, didn't England go to Africa and they also fought the Germans there?
Well, yeah. Well, so did the United States.
No, but there's no Americans there.
Not yet.
Not yet. I remember I remember reading that the British were there for a while fighting.
Yeah. And then General Patton comes in and he takes the tanks and they move from Egypt. Well, I think it's Libya, right?
Libya is where I'm at. Thank you.
Libya
That's
to
where
Egypt.
I am right now.
From Egypt to the Middle East. From the Middle East to Italy. They get out Mussolini, and then and then they work their way up to Deutschland, Germany.
I would love. Like I said, I haven't played the game much, but I would love to play Stalingrad again because I absolutely love that story in World War II. And with the graphics that they have these days, that would be amazing. But I mean, right now it's not a bad game. I haven't played multiplayer. I'm not into the multiplayer, and I know that if I get into the multiplayer, I'm gonna waste my 10 hours.
Right.
So I don't want to waste my time. I might as well finish the story mode.
Yeah.
I also got this little unknown game that nobody knows about.
Go ahead.
It's called Super Smash Brothers Ultimate.
Yeah.
And first of all, I already told you the story that my daughter asked for this game. I wanted this. I've been waiting for this game for a year, and my daughter, as soon as she found out that the Inkling kids are there, which is Splatoon, she asked for the fucking game for Christmas, and I can't wait till Christmas to play this game. So it took a little bit of skill, but I was able to buy the game, slice the wrapping the wrapping on the top part, and I slit the game out of the sleeve, the plastic sleeve, and I left it intact. I took out the game, I put it on the on the Switch, and then I slid the game back into the wrapping paper.
What a douche!
It's not a douche. What am I? You're saying that I should wait to December 24th to play? No.
You could have played it with her.
Well, by the time she plays, all the characters will be unlocked. So it's a double Christmas.
No, that's not Christmas.
That is double Christmas. They start you up with 8 characters. Do you know how hard it is to get all the characters?
Not hard.
It's not, but it's time consuming.
Yeah, but you just gotta love the game.
Not only that, you have to beat You have to beat the challenger. And if you lose, then Nintendo does something nice where you're able to go to a different screen, and once in a while there's like a magical door that opens at the bottom right that lets you challenge the challenger one more time. And Ryu took me about 8 tries. He was just fucking killing me every time. So I mean, the Smash Brother concept is, there's really just the special button that does the special moves, and then there's the button that punches and kicks or whatever. That's it. And then there's jumping, and that's it. Up and B makes a move, down and B makes a move, left and B does a move, right B makes a move, and the other ones are, and so on and so on and so on. So there's a reason it's called Super Smash Brothers. It's just because it's just a button mashing game, When you're playing with your friends, it gets fucking crazy. You can't even keep track of where your character is because it really does get crazy. Plus the animations on the levels. May I say that all the levels of every single game is there, all the way from Nintendo 64 all the way to the last one that came out last year on Wii U. The game itself looks fucking amazing, and on the Switch on 1080p, it looks crazy, Frank. I mean, we're not talking about Street Fighter crazy, but for the amount of stuff that's going on at the same time, it's pretty impressive. I've been taking the Switch to work and been hooking it up on the TV, and people have been bringing their controllers, and we've been playing matches. I think we played today. We played 5 people at the same time, and it's just fucking fun. There's no way you can't play this game and not have fun. By yourself, it's not that fun. I play by myself because I'm trying to unlock characters. They also added a story mode, which right now I haven't been playing it, but it's weird. I don't even know how to explain it. It's just a weird concept, and you have to You play Kirby, and Kirby. Basically, what happens is that all the characters of Smash Brothers were captured, and they're being cloned into evil characters, and then you have to fight them to unlock them. But that takes forever. And they added these features where you can put spirits, and that's basically like you equip them and they give you like special abilities and shit, and then those have sub equipment and other stuff. But bro, there's so much shit from different games in this game. I don't even know how Nintendo can afford it. We're talking from, I mean, Namco, Konami, Capcom. Who makes Samurai Showdown?
SMK.
Because there's Samurai Showdown thing. There's oh my god, there's just so much. I mean, we're talking about Mega Man, Street Fighter, Metal Gear Solid, and it doesn't end there. It just keeps going, and it's just like mind-boggling how they can afford paying all this stuff. Now, on the Video Game Awards, they mentioned that they're going to add the Joker from Persona.
Which is awesome.
Which is awesome. I remember seeing that. I was like, what the fuck? You know, because I thought it was going to be another Persona. I was like, another Persona? I just got this one.
I thought it was going to be DLC. I didn't think it was going to be another Persona.
Yeah, that was another thought. I was like, yeah, because it was the same characters. So they have that, and then there's characters that you actually play, but then there's summons. Like I was able to summon what's Dracula's son's name?
Alucard.
I was summoning him. He's awesome. And then you can summon Gray Fox from Metal Gear. There's just so much. I mean, I don't think I'll ever see everything because, you know, they just randomly appear. But I still haven't even gotten Snake. I don't even know who to unlock. It's easy because all you do is play one character and then you pass the game. You get the challenger. You beat the challenger. If you use the challenger and you play through the whole game, then you unlock another character. I mean, I could look online and find out how to do it, but I'm just going to, you know, do it myself. Now, at the same time that I'm playing Smash Brothers, I have my monitor on and I'm playing... Oh my god, I can't believe I'm playing Injustice 2 at the same time. But I mean, I'm doing that thing you said. You put the CPU fighting so I can unlock stuff. And it's just great. It's great to do it like that. You know, I can play Smash Brothers and I just have to push A, and that way I get a bunch of what were they called? What are those boxes called?
I know what you're talking about.
Whatever, the loot boxes.
Yeah.
And, you know, and I've been trying to do it with the PC version, obviously, because you can't play the one for the PS4 at the same time that I'm playing the Switch. But the PC version I have, the Ninja Turtles, you know, I got all the new characters. Starfire is awesome, too. She's, like, ridiculously good. And, I play Enchantress. She's hot garbage. Oh my god. The biggest garbage I've ever seen. I don't even know why they added that character. Raiden and Sub-Zero, fantastic characters. Well balanced. Obviously, what?
I've only really played with Red Hood, man. Like, Red Hood's the only newer character that I've played with.
Oh, you bought the headset, the extended, whatever, Injustice, the
Game of the Year edition, yeah.
Oh, yeah. So did you haven't even played with Hellboy? Hellboy's pretty cool, too.
No, Hellboy looks awesome. I've seen him, but I've yet to play with him.
Yeah, like I said, the only one that I didn't like was Enchantress. I thought she was going to be awesome, but she's not. I mean, she even has very little combos, so there's nothing good about that. What else did I play? I can't even talk about the other game I played. I'm bound under contract, but yeah. Other than that, I can't think of anything else. It's just been Smash Brothers the whole time.
Well, I mean, we're a weekly show, so it's nothing
Yeah, that's true.
It's not like we can bang out 40 games at a time, man.
I know. And then I played Diablo with my girlfriend at night too. So I'm like trying to balance. Oh, and I also played Overwatch. Of course, with a new skins coming out for the Winterfest.
That's right.
I had to. I just had to jump in there and see what was there. And there's some awesome skins. There's some amazing skins. I love the fucking skins. The Junkrat one is the best one. He's what do you call that? The opposite of Santa? The bad one. The one where they say they capture kids. They're bad.
Oh, yeah. Krampus. Isn't it Krampus?
Krampus, bro. He looks amazing as Krampus. Ridiculously awesome. And they got the Widow. She's in a snowboarding outfit. And they put Mercy. She's like a fairy. There's a, what do you call it? It's not a snow fairy. I forgot. But she's like a fairy. Like one of those Christmas fairies. Ah, God. They find a way to get you back in their Overwatch. They always get you back in there. So awesome. That's about it. I don't think I got anything else.
As far as games, right? As far
as games. Yeah, I didn't play anything else. I'm probably going to play Smash Brothers for like the next month. All I can say, though, first that I have to add this, is the online is a disastrous mess.
It's Switch, though. I mean, it's what
is no excuse. A game they've been working on it for fucking 2 years. The online feature is obviously the most important thing that should have been fixed. Especially since the online feature didn't work on the one and the Wii U. You figure they would learn for this one. And you're not always gonna have 4 friends in your house. So, you want to be able to play with your friends online. Like I want to play with Dylan. You're right. I think Dylan's the only one who got it. I don't know if George got it. So I could play with Dylan if he ever has a chance. But yeah. That was it. Do you want to go into the next topics?
Time for the news.
Time for the news. So, I want to start off with the Epic Store that everybody's been talking about. You heard about this, right?
Yeah, it's trying to contend with Steam, right?
Is it trying to contend to Steam? I don't know. Maybe, but here's the thing. The thing about is that Steam charges 30%. If I believe, I might be wrong. It's 30% and 70% for the creator, but then they have to pay 5% to Epic for Unreal Engine 4. So you're paying then 35%. The Epic Store is going to give them 12%. 12.88. Am I saying that right? Yeah. 12% and 88% goes to them. And if they use the Unreal Engine, it's included in the 12%. So, I mean, that is a hard deal to pass. All they have to do is release the game into the Epic Store. I mean, it's always good for competition. I mean, Steam needs to be knocked down and woken up, but there's just so much, bro. Like, I'm looking at it right now. I got Rockstar Games. I got Good Old Games Galaxy. I got Uplay. I got Twitch. Twitch gives you games through Amazon Prime. I got Battle.net. I got the Epic Games Launcher, which eventually will become the Epic Store. I got Origins for EA. I got Steam, and I got Bethesda for Elder Scrolls. Do you see where I'm going with this? It's fucking nuts.
Yep.
I can't. And now Razer is selling the shit. But if you buy something through Razer, you have to have the Razer launcher. If I'm not mistaken. Ugh. It's too many launchers. I mean, this is what made Steam appealing, is that you get everything through Steam. But Bethesda removed Rage from Steam, so Steam is not going to get Rage 2.
Okay.
So pretty much Steam has nothing left other than the indie games. They lost Call of Duty to Battle.net. Assassin's Creed, obviously, there hasn't been an Assassin's Creed in Steam forever because Uplay. The only thing they have is Square. I'm thinking, yeah, Square Enix is probably the only thing they have. They don't have anything EA. I mean, so eventually it's gonna be like, why do you go into Steam for?
The community?
I guess, but the community is just a side thing that comes out from the point of getting the games. Let's see. They still got some Capcom games. So Capcom is still there. But I mean, Bethesda, big games like that, like Fallout 76, which I'm not saying Fallout 76 was good. Fallout 76 is the first Fallout not to be in Steam. Ever. And Rage 2 is going to be the first Bethesda game not to be in Steam. So they're really... But, I mean, that's because they're trying to do their own thing.
Right.
But the indie games, the things that Steam survives on... I mean, think about it. If you're in a small company, which deal is going to sound better? 12% plus... minus the 5% of Unreal, so you can make your game with Unreal Engine, which is probably the most popular engine used. Why wouldn't you go to Epic Store? People are still going to go to the Epic Store to get the shit. The fucking Fortnite proves it. There's so many people playing Fortnite, so they're already going to be on the Epic Store.
Is that why? But is Fortnite the big proponent of the Epic Store? Is that why?
Yeah, it's the biggest thing. I wanted to say it was
now is that just for the PC community though?
What yeah. Because Fortnite is just a regular game on the console,
right?
So, but yeah, they can't do the same deal for console, because console is their own thing. So Epic can't say we'll give you the 12 and 80% if you do it in our store. They don't have a console. Now, if they ever opened a console and they did the same concept, then yes, it would be more appealing, because I think that if you put your game in PlayStation, obviously you have to give some percentage to Sony, right?
I'm guessing.
So, I mean, you see what I mean? I mean, unless your game is so amazing that Sony doesn't charge you. I'm sure they didn't charge like big companies.
I don't know. There's got to be some kind of incentive.
Obviously, yeah, they have to make some money. I mean, out of the 60, something has to go to Sony.
Right. And that's just, I really feel like that goes back to like manufacturing costs. Like, what are you saving, not making all those cases, not having to create, even though they don't really create the booklet anymore.
Oh my God, I don't even remember the last time I saw an instruction manual.
I will say though, I think it's interesting that people go and they create their own instruction manual. They take clip art from all kinds of shit,
and then they make their...
Yeah, and they put them online. Like they're online and they're really high quality. I think
glossy
that's really awesome.
And shit.
Yeah,
I remember the notes, and I never in my video game career has I ever put a note on my instruction.
No, there was something.
I never wrote anything on it.
There was something about keeping it pristine, man. You couldn't fuck it up.
But remember the 1-800 hotline?
Yeah.
With tips. the good old days. All these kiddies that are probably listening, they never know what instruction manuals are, but it's still better the way it is now, where they just give you the tutorial in the beginning. I think it's better like that. Seriously.
Yeah.
You just and make it part of the story. I think the longest tutorial I've ever seen in any game is Red Dead. I mean, that was 3 hours of Red Dead just to teach you Red Dead Redemption 2. That first 3 hours is all a big giant tutorial. They're teaching you everything you can do. Oh, come on, let's go hunt this legendary animal. Here's the map, and then I'll show you. That's one tutorial. There was another tutorial to do this, and a tutorial to do that. And then later on, it just keeps growing with all the tutorials. But it's because there's just so much in that game. That game is so huge that it's better to just explain it as if one big story over going in. And you know how they cut off and they show you the menu screen and like RPGs. You know who does it a lot? Square. Square does that. They make you open the menu and the little bubbles come up and tell you what to push and shit. Yeah, I'd rather it be more like lifelike, more, organic. But we're getting off a topic. So anyway, I'm all for the Epic Store. But you know what's going to happen if you have too many launchers, right? There's going to be fights for exclusivities. So, that's going to happen.
So the console, so it's a different kind of console war for the PC?
For PC. It's absolutely. It's going to be, I'm going to go get this game at the Epic Store. It's going to be like a console war, but it all goes into the same machine. But the money goes to Valve has Portal and Half-Life and shit. They're already talking about doing a Half-Life 4 for the oh my god, what's their VR called?
Oculus?
No, Oculus is the Facebook one. Oh, it doesn't matter. They're doing it for 3D. They say they're going to do Half-Life 3, or rumors are it could be just Half-Life 2 in 3D. Also, I read somewhere that they're trying to lure companies like Bethesda back into Steam by giving them zero charge. Isn't that the big companies? But zero charge? Are you serious? I mean, what benefits does it gain Steam by doing zero charge? People buying the game through Steam, what does it matter?
They're gonna get people to seed their games too, because when you go on Steam and you type in, say you type in, Elder Scrolls, the second you type in the word Elder, you'll see some of their games as well. Yeah,
they show a shitload of games. But I still think competition is good. It's always good. So let it be. Show me. Bring it on. Show me all the games. Oh, and of course, Microsoft has another launcher too. The only problem with Microsoft is that it sucks so much that they actually gave some of the games to Steam to give out publicity, because nobody wants to. They haven't given Gears to Steam, but they gave that time one, Quantum
Break, or whatever the fuck
Quantum
it was called.
Break, and we just got on Steam the one that was created by Insomniac.
Sunset Overdrive.
Sunset Overdrive just came out for Steam, and there's another Microsoft one. I can't remember. There's so little, and I can't remember. But it doesn't matter. I'm thinking of doing the Microsoft $10 thing to see what I can get in PC, and maybe give a review. $10 ain't gonna kill me to see exactly. I already did it for PlayStation.
Right.
I canceled before they charged me the $25. But $10, and you're gonna give me every Microsoft game. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna do it when a big game comes out, because what they promise is that they give you the newest games on release date, and that's a big move. Sony doesn't do that. Sony, what is it called? PlayStation.
PlayStation Now?
PlayStation Now doesn't give you the newest games.
No, I don't
like
think
God
so.
of War's not there. And the other thing is PlayStation Now streams. Microsoft is letting you download the game. Kind of like Origins. So that's... it's fucking crazy, man. Origin gives me the game for 10 hours. And I'm paying them $8 a month or some bullshit like that. And if I want to do Origins, I don't know what it's extra or some bullshit, they actually give me the new games. That's $14.99.
Does it let you? Is there like a timer that lets you know, like, hey, you've
Yeah.
been playing
It's in the launcher. It'll tell you got 8 hours left. You got 7 hours. And if it's like 7 hours and 30 minutes, it'll tell you a little bit less than 8 hours. Things like that. Doesn't really give you the precise time. But I remember I actually played, there was another game that I actually played with the 10-hour thing, and I ended up buying it, but I can't remember what it was. I got Burnout Paradise for free from them. I have all the Dead Spaces for free. Even though I already had them at Steam, I have them for free on Origin. It's because it's not all EA. They sell other games. They sell like, God, I can't give you. They have the Batman games there, you know. I don't think they sell the big games like Square. I think they do. No, I'm wrong, because I remember downloading one of the Tom Clancy's, and that's a
Ubisoft game.
That was an Ubisoft game, and I got it on Origins. Because it's a game store too. It's gonna get complicated. But if you know where to look, you can get one specific games. Do you have any other news?
Dude, there's tons of news, man. You're talking about nonsense that people don't care about.
What? It's the future.
You know what the future is?
What?
The future is that I was right.
You weren't right.
Mortal Kombat 11 is coming out next year.
They didn't
I
announce
was
it
right.
in E3, so you were wrong.
I was right. My algorithm, my little...
Your algorithm was wrong. It was supposed to be in E3.
My little bunker with all my codes and everything was right. Told you. Every 2 years.
That's a douchebag.
Every 2 years.
He fucking went up there Kanye West style to announce a fucking award and then threw his fucking game in there.
Oh, and it was worth it. Because nobody at that entire assembly gave a shit about the best sports game.
Is that what he was? Oh, okay. Well, you can interrupt the best sport. You know what? That's why they gave him the best sport game.
That's exactly why. Because nobody gives a shit.
Exactly. Like, if you would have interrupted Game of the Year, people would be like, turn that shit off.
Right. No. I agree. How
did they do that Mortal Kombat effect? Because it was on the stage, right?
No, it was on the screen. Well,
I mean, the screen?
It was on the screen. They might have had some stuff there that allows it to... What the fuck is it? They may have like the LED floor lights. That's big now. A lot of concerts, they have those LED floor lighting.
Okay. So it makes it look like it's popping out?
Yeah.
Because that's what it looked like.
Dude, I'm so hype for this Mortal Kombat 11. So hype. Choo-choo, motherfucker.
I am too, but it was just a video.
But the video showed a lot, man. Tell
me. We were going to talk about this. You said the video
first and foremost,
I only watched it once.
First and foremost, you saw that there were multiple Scorpions in the background. Scorpion fought Raiden, I'm guessing 4 times before he finally killed him. What's great is that every Scorpion looked different, which is, from my guess, is that they are bringing back multiple. I'm not multi. They are bringing back the Injustice gear system for Mortal Kombat, where you can,
And that'll
design
be
your character.
great. That'll
Oh
be
my god!
great. 'Cause some of the skins I hate in Mortal Kombat.
Oh, so do I, and some of them I love.
Exactly.
And so that's where I'm just like, yep, bring it the fuck on. So that warms my heart. That makes me happy. They're also bringing back, from what it seems. So for those of you who played Mortal Kombat 10, you remember that you had to pick a variant character, and based off the variant character, you got a different move set. It had different combos, etc., etc. It was built like that. This one, on the other hand, it seems like they're going back to the 3D ones that were on the PlayStation 2, the Mortal Kombat Deception, the Mortal Kombat Deadly Alliance, where you got multiple stances and you were able to fight in that regard. So you can switch stances on a fly rather than being stuck to one specific move set. Because as you're watching the video, you saw Scorpion change styles in the middle of the video, which is great. It looks like they're going to have the weapon class come back again, because Scorpion was fighting with his sword and then he'd put his sword away. It wasn't so much just a move. So there's that. It looks like there's going to be interactive weapons in the background. There's going to be that. The one thing that really caught my eye is how Raiden did kind of this corner beatdown where Scorpion was like laying in the corner. I wonder if that's going to be some kind of aspect where you're, because the Mortal Kombat and the Injustices have been big on background interaction. You can throw people into the background. You can grab weapons from the background. You can go from one level to the other. But this, where he throws them into the wall and then kind of pounds them into the wall, really stuck out to me. I loved it. I loved.
Did they do that in the last one?
What do you mean?
Well, you could just beat them into some specific item in the background. I thought they did that already.
Not where he like you pin them against the wall and you beat them down like that. Does that make sense? Do you see where I'm going?
You think they're going 3D?
No, I don't think they're going 3D. I think that'd be a bad move to go 3D, just because the 2D fighter is superior, man. The 3D fighter, where it was on top for so long, what the fuck
Tekken,
was it?
Soul Calibur.
Soul Calibur. Hell, even Street Fighter and Mortal Kombat tried to do it.
But it didn't work because
it just wasn't good, man. That's all. It just wasn't. Those games weren't meant for it.
Exactly. Like I don't know if I could see Soul. You know what? Most of those 3D games, if they went side 2D, they would be still good. Because Dragon Ball Z, they tried to do it and they put it sideways, and it was much better. And if I can see Soul Calibur sideways in 2D, I think it would be great. I mean, people are used to the 3D version, but most games are better when they're in 2D. So hopefully Mortal Kombat won't change anything.
I don't think they will.
The big news here is that it's coming out in April,
with a beta launching on the 11th.
What the fuck? He just announced it. It's coming out 4 months later. There's so many fucking games on the first 4 months of next year, which scares me that we're going to have a big summer drought.
That's fine.
Big one. And then we're not going to get that much in fall.
Kind of like this year?
Kind of like this.
Where the fall games are the Maddens, the Call of Duties, and all the bullshit?
Yeah. Repetitive stuff. Heck, I don't even think another Assassin's Creed is coming out next year. I think they can just keep using this character.
No, they basically said that they're taking a year off.
But they can, whatever they're going to come out can be with the same character. This character can be in any of the Assassin's Creeds. Which I can't get. Oh, God. Should I just spoil it? Are you going to play this game?
No, I already know the ending, man. It's a bullshit ass. Dude, if I would have played a game for 60 hours.
See? You saw the one with the family or the actual ending?
I saw the actual ending.
The one
where she's been alive all this time and all this bullshit. She gives her the staff.
And then she dies. Well, that wasn't the ending. That was just a side ending story. The actual ending is...
It's even worse than that. Jesus Christ.
The actual ending is you trying to get your family back together, and that's you get an actual ending, like your family, and I can't like a happy ending. I don't know about the bad ending, what it was like, but because she gets the staff, so she can live forever.
It's so stupid.
Why?
Why? What happens if you played as the guy?
It's the same story.
But the guy lives forever. So technically, no, it's not the same story. So it's...
But you can do... But, I mean, when in the next game that comes out, they could ask you, did you play as Cassandra or Alexios? That's it.
Do you realize how stupid that is?
They've done it in plenty of fucking games. What are you talking about?
Give me a game.
Witcher.
Give me a game.
Witcher. They ask you what you did in the other games if you don't have the save files.
No, that's different. That's
what?
Listen to me. That's different because it's not a linear progression of different stories. This is the first game that gave you choices. So every Assassin's Creed prior to did not give you choices.
Okay.
So you can't just write those characters in. Because if you write in one, you got to write in both. And now you have to change the entire dynamic of what your game is. The idea that you would give the choice, it was one thing to give the choice, and I was like, all right, whatever. When I realized that this character is alive today, somehow, some way, he or she has affected all of the games.
Yeah, but they're not going to make the other games.
But
the other games already came out.
How can you not see that this is bad writing, man? Fuck, is this bad writing? Like, we just gonna do whatever the fuck we want. Like, Jesus, it's bad.
But that's your opinion since everybody else likes it.
No, everybody else likes the game. Nobody's looking at it from the way I looked at it.
But everybody who gave reviews said the story was great.
The story was great, but the overall concept of the story is dog shit.
To you.
No,
not to everybody else.
No, I'm not talking about the individual story. People are saying as a game, as a standalone game, this game is good. Yes?
Yes, and they like the story. Uh-huh.
Right. The overall story of Assassin's Creed now is fucked.
I guess. I don't know. All the other characters were alive by memory, right? So the whole concept has always been sci-fi. The only thing that I can't think of is if she stays with the staff, but you have to stay in Atlantis in order to live forever. But she was wearing, I mean, I played as a she, but I'm sure they were wearing a suit, a modern day suit.
Right.
So they must have lived around for the longest time.
Fucking so stupid.
It's a sci-fi, bro.
What happened to that game, man?
Hey, it sells and it's getting good reviews. Maybe they lost in touch with you, but it didn't love enough to kill the franchise, as opposed to Watch Dogs or Fallout or fucking Far Cry. We want to talk about that?
that dumpster fire and what they did there? Jesus Christ, man. What happened?
But it's going to sell. So it's still a lot.
That sucks. That sucks that
Sucks.
thing's gonna sell.
It sucks for you. One man's trash is another man's treasure.
I mean,
It's the truth. There's some people who will fucking tell you the Mortal Kombat is hot garbage,
that's fine.
but there are people who don't like it. There's some people who don't like Metal Gear.
Well, the people who don't like Metal Gear are just dumb.
It's not that it's
Like
dumb. It's not their taste.
No, they just can't comprehend the genius behind it.
No.
It's
I'm
fine.
not talking about the story. There are some people who don't like to play the game as it is. They don't like the gameplay of Metal Gear. Is that something that you should criticize people for because they just don't like how it plays? Remember,
Yes,
it plays
absolutely.
completely different from any other game. Maybe that's not their style. They don't like it. You're allowed not to like a game.
You're allowed not to like a game, but there's a difference between I don't like games, but just because I don't like games doesn't mean I can't see the genius of games.
Yeah, but if you start playing a game and it sucks because you don't like the controls, why would you go through the story? Wasn't it you who told me why would I do that to myself if I don't like the game? I shouldn't just keep playing it.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
So there are people who take control of a Metal Gear game, and the controls they don't like it. They don't like how he moves, not animation wise. I'm talking about control wise. A lot of people don't like it. A lot of people don't like how it shoots. It's just the way that the people. Some people like it, some people don't. It's all a matter of taste.
yeah,
Does
but
it
most
does it
people
make
laugh.
Metal Gear bad because they don't like how it plays?
Well, no, it makes them bad people.
It doesn't make them bad people if they don't like the controls, Frank. A lot of people won't finish a game if they don't like the controls.
Yeah, it makes them bad people.
They don't like the controls. That doesn't make them bad people. They don't have to finish a game that they don't like how it plays. Plain and simple.
Yeah, but if you don't like Metal Gear, you're a bad person.
And they
You've
can say the
already
same
got-
thing about you because you're saying that Far Cry sucks. They're probably saying the same shit about you. Well, he's obviously a bad person.
No. Far Cry. Oh, Far Cry doesn't suck. This new DLC sucks.
Well, it's not DLC. It's an actual game. This is a full
even-
game.
That's even worse, man. Jesus Christ. If you spend $60 on this hot pile of garbage, I'm judging you so badly.
It's going to sell. People like action adventure games.
If you spend $60, Jose, if you spend $60 on this pile of hot garbage, I am judging you.
You can judge all you want. That's not going to stop me from playing Far Cry.
Jesus Christ. There's a difference between playing Far Cry and forking over $60 for this pile.
I don't buy any games for $60 unless it's Switch.
60 fucking dollars, dude. Jesus
You can buy
Christ.
any
Dude, if you
game.
spend if you spend more, here, put it this way, if you spend more than $30 on this game, I'm judging you.
You can judge all you want.
I may have to reconsider our friendship if you spend
You
more than
want
$30.
to. I mean, you didn't reconsider George's friendship by buying an Xbox One.
I contemplated it.
Yeah. It's probably because you
He-
got so little friends left.
I mean,
You keep cutting them off.
I keep my friends like I keep $1. I'd rather have 4 quarters than 100 pennies.
That doesn't make any sense, the comparison.
Yeah, it does. I'd rather have friends of quality.
To compare friends into that, okay, whatever. Doesn't matter. Fallout 5 or 6 or whatever the fuck. Then there was the other game, Outer World.
That game looks awesome.
It looks...
This is a game that where I feel like my Zelda comparison comes into play. Where I've said it before, I don't think Zelda would have done as well if it wasn't titled Zelda. That's my opinion, but I don't think it would have done as well. I don't think it would have won Game of the Year and all kinds of things along those lines. That being said, this game that is being made by Obsidian, who made Fallout New Vegas, right?
Fallout New Vegas, yes.
They're making a brand new game. It has nothing to do with the Fallout lore. It stylistically it has a Fallout feel, but it's not Fallout.
I
It's a
thought the
brand new.
animation, the facial animation was unbelievable. Go ahead.
It has some of the characteristics of what Fallout is, but it doesn't. But this is going to be a game that is completely new. That's going to be based off their own system. And when it's all said and done, I'm looking forward to what they create, kind of so that it validates my argument, man. That slapping a name on a slapping a title on a game, trying to get it to sell is dumb. If the game's good, it will sell.
Okay.
Because this game clearly could have been a Fallout game, just to try to get numbers. Granted, Obsidian doesn't work for Bethesda anymore. I get that. I understand that. But to see that this original game is going to sell, and to see how well it does or how poorly it does, I really feel it's going to validate my argument more than
it's
I've
not going to
ever had
validate the fact that the game was good for Zelda. I'm sorry. The reviews say it everywhere. So, I mean, what you're saying is that if it had a different name, it would have sold as well? Maybe. But it doesn't change the fact that reviews, because that's going to happen either way, whatever name. It could be Turd, A Link to the Past. And the reviewers have to get it. And every single review was good. So, that argument is out of the question.
I disagree.
You disagree all you want, but the reviewers loved the game. They thought it played very well. They thought it was a great story, and they loved the world. You didn't like it.
Because it's Zelda.
Oh, stop. The reviewer doesn't... So basically what you're telling me is when they reviewed Metal Gear, the only reason it got a good review is because it's Metal Gear. That's what the reviewers did?
Oh, I really, deep down in my heart of hearts, I believe that. I'm not going to deny that.
If it didn't say Metal Gear, it wouldn't have gotten the reviews it got for Metal Gear 5.
I don't know. Hideo has said time and time again that he's tried to make other games and tried to get away from Metal Gear, and Konami wouldn't let him. And so then he would go back, add in Solid Snake, and they'd be like, "Oh, this sounds like a great idea." He has said that. That's from his mouth, dude. He has said that before.
But it's still... I played Metal Gear Solid 5, and I thought it was a great story, and I played very well. So
right.
Even if it didn't say Metal Gear on it, if I would have played it...
Well, this is why I'm so excited for Death Stranding. Because this is a new game. It's a new game, and this is him going to create something completely different.
Yeah. And it's never going to change the fact that you don't like Legend of Zelda, which is fine. I understand you don't like it. But when you do talk trash about probably the best one in the series after Ocarina of Time, in my opinion, is like crazy. Crazy talk. Because I didn't like much of Skyward, and I didn't like much of... Fuck, I forgot what the other one was called. But Ocarina of Time and this one, to me, it was just epicness. And I invested many hours on it. Even if it wasn't Link, it was a fun game. And Fallout, if just because doesn't say Fallout, it's still going to be luring people into this game because it's similar to Fallout. You see what I'm saying? As Destiny was sold copies because it was familiar. It felt like a Halo game. Even though they didn't put Halo on it, it still sold. I think Destiny did good. Destiny 2 didn't do good. And it's probably because of the reputation of Destiny 1. But just because it has a different name but it's similar, doesn't mean that people are not buying it because of the, you know what I, do you understand what I'm trying to say? If it reminds them of Fallout, it's gonna sell. And I think that's one of the reasons that you, me, and George, I don't know if Dylan was into it, is because it reminds us of Fallout. Because it has a Fallout feel.
Yeah, but I mean,
it is a different IP, but it still feels like a Fallout game.
What? But to me, Fallout hasn't been good since Fallout 3.
Which is true.
New Vegas was okay, but yeah, man.
But it does remind you of Fallout. Even if you don't like Fallout, it does remind you of Fallout. You even said it when you talked about it.
Yeah.
I think it's gonna be good. It's probably the most excited.
It's the one game that's got it's got a ton of people excited.
What about Marvel?
It's probably the
Marvel Ultimate Alliance.
For
we got 2 more games to talk about before we close off.
Yeah, no, Marvel Ultimate. I was asking. I brought that. I feel like I brought that up in the chat. We were all talking, and I was like, Jesus Christ, why can't we get another Marvel Ultimate Alliance? And then you guys started bringing up like, Disney hates video games, and I'm like, yeah, but it's such an easy.
I remember that you said Disney plus Marvel equals money, and I said not always, since Disney Infinity failed.
Well, it's not that Disney Infinity failed. They just stopped Disney Infinity.
Because it failed. And people weren't buying it. People weren't buying that shit, bro. You don't close off something like that if it's making money. It wasn't making money. It had terrible reviews, too. Those things were selling for fucking $15. Go ahead, sorry.
No, go ahead.
15? I think it was $15 a pop. I think.
Well, they were going after the amiibo market because at the time the amiibo market was huge.
I think they were first before amiibo.
But it's one of those things like because I have several of them. I do.
I have some too.
And they're great quality and everything like that, man.
Yeah, but that wasn't the reason to buy. You purchased it because you collect them, but people weren't supposed to purchase them to collect them.
But I think that was one of the
purchases to play.
But that was one of the big appeals about it, man. Because even still, you still got they still got money.
I don't think it did, to tell you the truth. I think they closed it off because it wasn't making any money at all. I really do think they... And this is... I mean, they even had Star Wars in that shit and it wasn't selling. It had Star Wars, Marvel, and a bunch of Disney shit.
But the thing was, they just acquired those IPs and then they just dumped it.
Well, they had the Disney stuff before that.
They had the Disney stuff before, but now that you had Marvel and you had Star Wars, dude, that's money, man.
Yeah, but they added it in there to see if they could get that fucking game moving, and it never did. So they cut it off.
They pull the plug too quick. Dude, Disney pulls the plug way too quickly sometimes. And that's one of their things, man. They talk about that. How they don't give things a chance.
I think it's fine. It's a proper decision. If it's not making money after 3 years in the market, then cut it off. Which it was 3 years. I think there's plenty of time to prove yourself. If you can't bring money in 3 years, why should we keep you another 5?
I'm curious to see what had happened. I'm gonna do some research.
Yeah, do the research, because I mean, even the Marvel failed. But I mean, Marvel Alliance for the Switch, that's gonna be very interesting.
Hell yeah, man!
But I mean, that's just a trailer. I'm not gonna get all excited.
Dude, I loved Marvel Ultimate Alliance, man. I love those games. You can't
find that game anywhere now, right? It's like
they're expensive as fuck if you can.
Yeah, but
memory serves me right. They are one pricey entity.
Yeah, The other one was like, did you see the leaks for Borderlands 3?
Hell yeah, I saw the leaks. I posted that shit on
The text.
that's on Twitter, man. As soon as I saw that, I posted that right on Twitter. Shout out to Game Rant. Game Rant was who gave me the images.
They gave it to you?
Well, they
you found
them
them there.
Me. I found them there, and then I gave credit. Like when I posted them, I gave credit.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I don't steal anybody. I'm not a thief, man.
Yeah, we all know that. It looks so serious too. Like it doesn't look like it's I mean, it can still be pretty funny, but Borderlands is usually pretty funny. These characters look so fucking serious.
Oh, I love the Beastmaster. The Beastmaster looks like that's going to be the character I play.
Beastmaster looks like something from fucking like what's the name of that Jabba the Hutt planet?
Tatooine?
It looks like something from Tatooine. Then you got the operative, and the
rumor is right now floating around the internet is that Tiny Tina is the fourth playable character.
Well, she'll probably not be Tiny Tina anymore. She'll be old.
No, but I mean, Lil Wayne is still known as Lil Wayne, and he's
no.
40.
I'm just saying that it'd be cool if she's older.
Oh yeah, no, that's the thing.
I want the characters, which now I'm starting to be concerned, but I really want the characters from the what do you call that company that went out of business?
The
Telltale characters to be there. Like I love those characters. They were awesome. Even if you can't play them, I want them to be there.
Yeah.
Because you have to.
No, I agree.
I mean, what's his name dies? Skeeter? Is that his name?
Yeah.
He dies, so you have to add that into the next.
Oh, that's that. I don't even doubt that that's going to be in there. That's totally going to be in there.
Oh, God. It's going to be amazing.
Catch a ride.
Oh, for those people, now's the time to get those Telltale games from Steam. They're starting to remove them. And eventually they're going to go to PlayStation and remove those too. So if there's a game you haven't gotten,
this is and now this is that argument that I bring up on why digital is bad, man.
Well, I mean, they're going to stop mass production for them too. So it's the same thing. You take them off of digital, you take them off the shelves. What's the difference? If you own them on digital, they don't go away. They're taking them away from selling, is what I meant. So there's no difference between taking them off a digital store than taking them off on a physical store. They're going away. No more for sale. Now's the time to get them before they go away.
But dude, those games go away, they go away forever. Because think about it, man. When you buy the disc, it still downloads the episodes off the internet. The games aren't on the disc.
That's always the dumbest thing I've ever heard in my life. But they do it like that. I don't know why.
That's what they do, man. I
but
know
I mean,
because
mine is fully in there, and you can play it. As long as you at least that's how PC is. As long as you play those games, and you can save into your hard drive, you're fine. So when you put the next game, it reads your hard drive.
So much fucking space, man. On the system, at least.
It's the same thing. How much space can you put in an entertainment center?
What do you mean?
You're gonna run out of physical space too.
No, I know, but if you delete it, you can never go back. That's what we're saying. Like, eventually they're going to remove it from the store in totality, man.
I don't know about that. They can't remove it's like a law or something. Once you own
No, dude. What do you... Adrian brought it up. That he can never delete... What fucking game is that? Marvel vs. Capcom 2, man.
He can never delete Marvel vs. Capcom 2 from his PS3?
Yep. Doesn't exist. If he deletes it, it's gone forever, man.
I don't know.
This was the argument that I've always had, man.
Because
because if you delete it, you lose it forever, man. There's a possibility you could lose it forever.
I'm gonna check that right now, cause they already removed it from Steam. Walking Dead
3 or no 4. Walking Dead season 4 or Walking Dead season, the third one with Clementine, that's coming back in January.
Why?
Because they're gonna finish it.
How? There's no company to finish it.
Oh no, there's a secondary company that's finishing it.
I guess that's good. Walking Dead is already removed for the one with Clementine and what's his name? Lee. So now I'm in my games. This is the final thing before we cut off. I'm in my games, and there it is, Walking Dead. Install. You purchased this game on December 22nd, 2014. It is in my Steam account. So, I don't know what you're saying. They can't get rid of something that I own.
They can. If they want to.
They can, but they have to give you your money back. If it's digitally.
They don't.
Of course they do. What are you talking about? You purchased it with your money. They don't have that's illegal. You paid for something. They can't take it away from you.
Talk to Adrian, man.
Talk to him about what? There's only one way.
Capcom, like I said, it's gone, man.
Well, I mean, I guess it's because the PlayStation 3 store is no longer around, if that's what you're trying to tell me.
No, PlayStation 3 store is still around.
Then, by law, it should still be there. He should have what's the term? Fucking A. I forgot the term. This is a good question for next time. But look, I'm looking at it right here. It's not available for sale, but I can download it. And it's not in my system. So I have to re-download it to play it. I don't know. There is a federal law with digital copies, but I'll look that up. I'll be more prepared for next time for that.
No, it's fine.
Like, the only reason that they were able to do it for what's the name of that? That's for Silent Hill.
It's because it was a demo.
It was a demo, and it was free, and they have every right to get rid of it.
Right.
You didn't pay for it. There's nothing you can dispute. There's nothing you can go and scream to the world outside because you didn't pay for it. When you get something for free, somebody can take it back. Anywho.
No, you're right.
Do you have any other news?
No, the last little thing I got is so recently Tumblr. For those of you who don't know, Tumblr is a
You're
photo
really going to
blog.
talk about this?
Hey, I think it.
Go ahead.
It's a big deal because, dude, people are
upset.
People are upset. Yeah, man.
But it's okay because it's their website. They can change it if they want to.
No, I get it. It's just.
Yes, it sucks.
They've been that for a substantial
explain
amount of
them
time.
What's going on first.
They are no longer. You are no longer allowed to promote pornographic material on Tumblr. It's going away, never coming back. That's what they said. And people are pissed. People are pissed because Tumblr has been around for over 10 years, and they've used Tumblr for over a decade. And now they want to instill this rule of, no more porn, no more promoting sexual content.
Where did you read this?
It's all over the internet, man.
Tumblr is banning adult content December 17th.
Yeah. And people are upset. What's the funny thing that I've seen now, though, is the fans of Tumblr, the people who use Tumblr, are going and they're showing the hypocrisy of Tumblr because there's all kinds of like white supremacist shit and, violent beheadings and shit, and they're willing to show that, but pornography is not okay.
It's, I don't know. That I agree. It's being hypocritical. If you're gonna do that, you're gonna have to do it for everything that is offensive. But they're in every right to get rid of whatever they want because it's their website.
No,
but you're right. You brought a good point. If you're gonna take porn out, then you need to really look in there and look at all the other fucking shit they put there. Don't put drugs in there either. Don't put pictures of drugs, right? You know, stuff like that.
And it's
it'll be back. There's no way.
No, but from there, a lot of it's going. You know, people are like, you know, we're going to Twitter, we're going to this, we're going to that.
What do you mean Twitter? You can't put porn on Twitter.
Yeah, you can. Absolutely, you can.
You can? I thought that was also something you weren't allowed to put nudity.
No, Twitter has porn, man.
Twitter has, like, is that? Are you sure you're allowed to do that though?
Yeah, man.
You know too much of this.
Yeah, I like porn.
Are you allowed to post nudity on Twitter? I'm pretty sure it's gonna say no. You're not. People do it.
No, dude. There's full blown sex websites.
Twitter allows some form of graphic violence or adult content in tweets marked as containing sensitive media. However, you may not use such content like live video, your profile, or your header images. So there you go.
Yeah. So on your timeline, you can post porn.
But as long as you mark it as porn.
Yeah.
So that
right.
So it kind of gives a warning, or maybe
right, like you have to make your page like not accessible to minors.
Exactly. Yeah. That's okay. And that's fine.
But that's the thing. Tumblr had the same shit.
I don't understand why this is happening with them all of a sudden. I mean, it's like
because
this is in the 70s.
Because somebody found a child pornography ring on there, and when they did, they shut it down. But Apple removed them from the website.
Holy shit!
Oh no, dude, that's on any blog, man. You could probably find child pornography on Reddit. You could probably find it on Twitter. I mean, it exists, man.
I know.
Just
it's like fuck.
It sucks, but yeah, no. But they found it on there, and then they're like, yep, we're banning it. And people are pissed, man.
They're doing everything they can to survive.
Yeah.
Oh fuck. Anyway, anything else?
No, that's pretty much all I got.
Okay, guys. So that's it for our show. Thank you for so much for listening. If you want to get a hold of us once again, email us at evilmetalgamers@gmail.com or get a hold of Frank at Twitter at evilmetalgamers. You see how I always promote your name?
Well, yeah, because I'm always on it.
You're always on it.
I'm always on it, man.
Okay, guys. We appreciate it so much and take care.
Love, peace, and porno.